Hey y'all, I'm trying to see if anybody's gonna join us tonight. Y'all see me fanning? These gnats gotten out of control. I eat a lot of fruit and I have some sitting out. I got some avocados and some bananas and I got some onions and some sweet potatoes out here and I guess the gnats come in when you come inside from the outside or whatever. We're gonna get us a reading tonight and I'm gonna see how this holds up and how it sounds. Tried to do it the other day, but it was very scattered, like going in and out. So I hope this is coming across pretty good. How's everybody doing? You guys had a good day today? It's Thursday, y'all. We got one more day for the work week. We're almost there, y'all. Almost there. I hope everybody had a good day today. Today was interesting for me. I know when I left work today and I was driving home, my dash said it was 96 degrees outside. 96. That's hot. 96. Wow. That's just what the dash said. I have no idea how hot it was inside where I was working. So I'm going to try to get us a live reading tonight. This is going to be a general reading. General meaning that it is not for any one particular star sign. Take the message as it resonates. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. If I say he, it may be a she. If I say she, it may be a he. Eat the meat and spit out the bones. These messages are for entertainment purposes only. However, if they do resonate with you and there's some wisdom you find within this message, please take heed to it. Only if it applies to your life. And only you're going to know that. Nobody can tell you if it applies to you or not. Okay? Spirit ancestors, the Most High God, I'm asking that you would give me clear and concise messages. What do you have for the collective? Tonight. All right, let's go. We're going to see how we do tonight. I hope this connection is good. We already got one card. I'll tell you these cards once I get them all on the table. I'm just going to do 5 tonight and then we'll clarify. Okay? Hopefully this will not be a long read. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're returning and you've been here before, welcome back. Thank you to my subscribers, the most recent ones as well. Thank you to those that have not subscribed but still watch and like and share the videos. I do invite you to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Definitely continue to like and to view the videos and share them. Spirit, what have you. Come on, already see with this one card on this table where this is going to go. I'm feeling like already I'm feeling okay. What have you, Spirit? I might only do 4 cards. I did an hour on the last video, but it only recorded like 15 to 17 minutes of it. But on my end, it was still recording. Whew. 5. I got 4 already off, so one more. I guess we'll do 5. There we go. Ooh! Oh, Lord. My first card is Karmic Lessons in Reverse. Okay. You see that? Karmic Lessons. I had to do it that way so you can see it. Second card is Friend Zone in the Reverse. Jesus, these gnats. Third card is Twin Flame in the upright. You can see it. There you go. Fourth card is Green Flags in the reverse. Fifth card is Soulmate in the reverse. And at the bottom of this deck, we got Past Life in the reverse. So this seems like this is going to be interesting. So for karmic lessons being in the reverse, obviously somebody's not learning their lessons. They're not learning the lesson that they need to learn. Obviously, the tough karmic lessons in the upright is normally a tough teacher, painful but necessary, showing you what to release, learn it so you don't live it again. So somebody is not learning their lesson, and whatever the situation is, maybe from a past life, they're doing the same thing that they were doing in this life. So somebody is not learning their lessons right now. I don't know if they're refusing to learn the lesson, to see it for what it is, to see themselves for who they are and how they keep doing the same thing, or they're just not getting it. It's just not clicking. And they've done this before because it just says about living it again. So, learn the lesson so you don't live it again. So it's like a repeated cycle with this person, whoever this person is, and they are not learning their lesson. They're just not, for whatever reason. And they keep bumping their head, they're having problems. I get the feeling it's a refusal to learn the lesson. Because if you look in this picture, when it's in the upright, you see this picture. This is a person that's looking in the mirror at themselves, or either looking on the phone. That look like maybe a phone. So I don't know if somebody is locked into a cycle. Something happened to where they've locked themselves into the cycle. They did this themselves. I believe they locked themselves into some type of cycle with somebody, or somebody is stuck in a cycle with a karmic, and they are learning the lessons, because it came in they're not learning the lessons. I'm sorry, this came in a reverse, but they have locked themselves in a cycle with the karmic, and it's possible that this is something that happens to them a lot. It's the same energy person. So maybe from lifetime to lifetime, they're experiencing the same karmic lessons. with that same energy that keeps presenting itself over and over again to them. But there seems like their heart is getting broken, because you better, look at the picture there. That's a broken heart, and it's in the reverse. So this person is experiencing heartbreak over and over again. They just are not getting the lesson. Second card is the friend zone card in the reverse. In the upright, it says great vibes, no sparks, more buddy than bae, safe but not romantic, accept the role they can offer, but it's in the reverse. So somebody is not, when they're presented, I guess I'm going to assume right now, a romantic partner, someone that could possibly be a romantic partner, they're not taking it slow. They're just, I get the word impulse. They're being impulsive. They don't want to be friends, which is why the friend zone card is in reverse. They're not trying to be friends with people. They're trying to jump straight to the romance and be romantic and being all sexual with this, with people. And it's the same energy that seems to be something that they fight off quite a bit, or they deal with, maybe is what I want to say. They deal with it quite a bit, and they are not learning a lesson. They just keep jumping into these relationships, trying to move them along rather quickly and trying to get to, sex and all this type, that type of thing with people really quickly. I think this person is possibly, I heard gaslighting. I think this person is possibly gaslights people in relationships to try to move them along, confirmation, to try to move them along rather quickly. Because the third card is a twin flame card. And with that card coming out in the upright, this person uses the twin flame thing quite a bit. Gaslighting people into believing that they're their twin flame to possibly connect with this person, have them feeling like they have a deep connection with them by gaslighting them into thinking that they're their twin flame, which is why this card is in the upright. Then you got green flags in the reverse, which is interesting to me, because the gaslighting would be a red flag. This person not learning their lesson, keep jumping into these relationships with this type of energy of somebody that gaslights them and wants to move the relationship along rather quickly, that uses the twin flame journey as a hook, line, and sinker to reel people into these type of relationships. For some reason, they do this. There's a method to this madness. The reason why they do this to people, to get in these type of relationships, and maybe it'll be revealed in a little bit in this this reading. So those will be red flags, that type of behavior. And this person is needing to learn a lesson to recognize that behavior. And then you got green flags in the reverse, meaning that there are no green flags. All the flags are red, and this person is refusing to see them, refusing to see the red flag. There's a karmic lesson they need to learn to see this for what it is. It's a karmic lesson. Nothing but red flags. It's in the reverse. They're refusing to see it, okay? They don't want to be in the friend zone. The person that is exhibiting this red flag energy don't want to start off, taking it slow, being friends and getting to know one another, because their intention, and this is what I'm hearing, their intention has nothing to do with being friends or anything. There's an ulterior motive for the connection in the first place, okay? So they're not just wanting to be friends on, so they kind of probably be a little pushy, a little aggressive with trying to, make that relationship quickly into something for the other person, so they'll believe that they're their twin flame, and they probably use this twin flame reason to hook this person into believing that they're supposed to be with them. No red flag. No green flags. All red flags. That's why green flags is in the reverse. And this person is not, for whatever reason, not paying attention. And then you got the soulmate card. in the reverse. So not only do they tell people to hook people that they're their twin flame in the upright, which they're lying. Soulmate is in reverse, meaning that they probably tell people that they're their soulmate as well. So they use both interchangeably. Probably don't even know what that neither one of them mean. Not quite. So they probably tell them they're their twin flame. They probably also tell them they're their soulmate. It's in the reverse to tell you no, they are not the twin flame. They are not the soulmate either. They're not somebody's soulmate. So this is somebody is needing to learn this lesson. They keep experiencing this energy possibly over and over again for some reason. At the bottom of the deck, it's the past life card in reverse. In the upright, it says instant familiarity, deja vu connection, old karma resurfacing. You've met before, just not here. And it's in the reverse because somebody has a little knowledge. They have tapped into something, some kind of way. They have learned a little bit about the twin flame journey and the soulmate journey in past lives, and they are using this information to hook up with what I'm thinking and I'm feeling is divine beings to do something, and it ain't good. So let's find out. Okay. And this is what I'm getting. I'm thinking whoever this person is, or this energy that keeps resurfacing, is an energy of somebody that uses a lot of spiritual information for nefarious reasons. So they're not for the right thing, as we used to say back in the old school saying, they're not for the right thing. They're out here trying to pimp out divine energy. That's what I heard. So this is somebody that think they know a thing or two to trick people, divine beings, into being with them. Like I said, for nefarious reasons. And this is an energy I've been noticing in a lot of other tarot readings with other tarot readers. They're speaking on this toxic energy. It's like it's restless. This energy is. It's like it's trying to ramp up, and get more active out here. And that's because things are changing in a way to where this is about to be snuffed out. So it's like they can feel it, they know it. Whoever is exhibiting this energy, they can feel it and they know it. And they're amped up. This energy is amped up because there's a shift that's happening right now where the Most High is tired of this toxic. We have these toxic karmic people being in this karmic energy, and it's coming to a head to where it's about to be some type of balance that's about to happen. So you're gonna see this more and more. It's coming out in these readings. Spirit, can you clarify karmic lessons in reverse? Karmic lesson in reverse, please. Can you clarify that? Why do we have karmic lesson on the board here on this spread? What does the collective need to know about karmic lessons? Can I get one card, please? Por favor. Thank you. Ooh, I got two. Ooh. So for karmic lesson in reverse, we got, what is this? This is the Six of Swords in reverse. And the Page of Swords upright. Okay. So somebody is not learning a karmic lesson. I don't know if it's a person that is experiencing a bunch of karmic people or karmic energy, or the karmic themselves need to learn the lesson to come out of being a karmic. Right now, I'm not sure which one it is just yet, but for the Six of Swords in the reverse, this is saying that somebody is resistant to change. And they are carrying around a lot of emotional baggage. This could be the person that's experiencing this energy, or it could be the karmic that is being toxic, bouncing around. But personal transition is on this card, resistant to change, unfinished business, emotional baggage. So somebody needs to heal. Somebody needs to release some things, the baggage that they have. They need to stop being resistant to change. Confirmation. They need to stop being resistant to change. So maybe the karmic, maybe the karmic is the one that needs to change. They've been resisting the change. Okay. And I don't know if it's the karmic. I really feel like I'm not going to say just yet which one it is. And then we got the Page of Swords in the upright, which says new ideas, curiosity, thirst for knowledge, new ways of communicating, restless, and mental energy. So somebody is in their head quite a bit about what needs to happen, about this lesson that they are learning. They're very restless right now. They're really in their head. Why they're in their head, I don't know. Spirit, can you give me one more on that? We got the Star in the reverse. Huh? This is in the reverse for the Star. It is lack of faith, despair, discouragement, insecurity, self-trust, and disconnection. Okay. So the reason why somebody is not learning a karmic lesson, and they're all in their head right now about this karmic lesson, they're resisting change. They're carrying around a bunch of emotional baggage, and they don't have the confidence within themselves that they can transition and make this change. Okay. They're discouraged in some kind of way, and insecurity is playing a role in this. But this is why they're all in their head right now, and they're not making this change at all. Okay, they're not learning this lesson. It's a lot of baggage in the way. It's a lot of mental energy right now. Like it stops them, and I'm starting to feel like this is the karmic that needs to learn their own lesson, not this person that's experiencing that karmic energy. And this person needs to learn the lesson. They need to stop, what's the word? Thinking that they don't have the ability. Because most people will tell you, you'll hear a lot of times that people say karmics never change, or toxic people are never change, or narcissists never change. If we're going into, deeper mode of talking about toxic individuals, the narcissist is number one on the list. And they say specifically for narcissists that they cannot change. Therapists have said that they don't change really. But, we know anything is possible. I don't put a whole lot of faith that they can change, but anything is possible. Okay. So somebody is needing to learn a lesson, a karmic lesson. We're just going to say somebody, okay? Somebody needs to learn a karmic lesson dealing with these toxic energies that keeps presenting itself to this person. And they are not learning the lesson. Somebody is carrying a bunch of baggage. They're resisting the change. They're walking around in their head, going over and over again. Should I not? What should I do? How should I do it? They're restless. They want to know certain things. Possibly how to do something is a big thing with them. They want to understand how to get out of this toxic energy. And then with the star in the reverse, they are feeling insecure and discouraged because they feel like they don't have the confidence, or the know-how, or could possibly handle coming out of this toxic energy. Like they fear they may get pulled back into it. It'll be too hard for them. Okay. That's what I'm getting so far. Okay. So Spirit, what is friend? Okay. Friends in friend zone in reverse, and we got the Wheel of Fortune upright. You remember I said with friend zone that this person that's karmic has a problem with having relationships and just starting off as friends. They're impulsive and they're in a hurry trying to move things along quickly, because usually they go into relationships with a hidden agenda. This is what I'm getting. So they want to skip the friend zone, the friend phase. They want to jump to the next phase. They want to get serious real quick, and they want to get this person hooked. Remember, because they use the twin flame and the soulmate thing to do that, to make this person feel like they're the one for them. You understand what I'm saying? And so the Wheel of Fortune came out to clarify the friend zone in reverse. And so this person is wanting to appear like they were heaven sent to somebody, that it's going to be good fortune and good luck with this person, which is probably some of the things that they tell people to hook them as well, that it's going to be smooth sailing. Everything going to work out well. We're going to have everything that we need. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And, we're going to live good, and we're going to eat good. Everything going to be great. You know what I'm saying? And all these wonderful things. So they want to present the Wheel of Fortune to people. Like they're going to be financially stable, and they're a hard worker, and, they're just looking for a partner, that want the same thing that they want, along with love bombing them. And this is coming as I'm speaking, talking about twin flames, that they're their twin flame and soulmate, and pushing the relationship faster than it needs to be, so that they skip in the friendship phase. They're not interested in really being friends with anybody. They want to hook somebody because they want something. Okay. And this is what they present. The Wheel of Fortune. That's the biggest thing that they're going to push before the twin flame and the soulmate thing, is that if we get together, we can do some things together. We can make some things happen. You know what I'm saying? And, they're looking for some luck when they hook up with people. They're looking for somebody for a come up. That's what I just heard. Wow. They're trying to, obviously, karma is on this card, this Wheel of Fortune card. So I'm thinking, and life cycles, which coincides with karmic lessons, where it says on the karmic lesson card, learn it so you don't live it again. So karma is on this card. It's possible this karmic does this all the time to people, and they have experienced some karma, and probably come into these relationships right out of another one where karma is already on them. You know what I'm saying? Where they're experiencing some karma, and they get into relationships with other people to try to have them share that karma or stay the karma, kind of like, so it don't be so bad, or maybe try to use other people to stop the karma that they're experiencing. So they kind of seem like they bounce around, and then they do this to other people. And they've been doing this in life cycles. They've been doing this all their life. This is who they are. But they present that Wheel of Fortune like this is what it's going to be. if we get together, it's gonna be this, it's gonna be that, it's gonna be good, it's gonna be, we about to do this, we about to do that, it's about to be popping on and popping. I need somebody like you. You know what I'm saying? Spirit, do you have anything else for the Wheel of Fortune? Lord. You got the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. And on this Seven of Pentacles card, this person talks a good game, but they come in, they don't have a plan for the long run, like step by step. They don't have that. They don't have like a long-term vision. They will tell you a whole bunch of stuff up front to get you excited, make you feel like you have hit the jackpot with this person. But this person lacks follow through. They don't have the follow through. Like, this is a person that'll start something but won't finish it. It's that type of person that will present something to you like this is something so wonderful or great for you and me, but they don't have a follow through to sustain whatever it is that they start with you if they connect with you. This is a person that's like this, period. But when they connect with people, you start to, this is what they do. They make promises that they're not going to keep. Okay. So they have limited success or rewards. So it's the kind of thing where you're not going to see no results. You're not going to see the results that they promised. But by the time you realize nothing is happening, you're going to be so deep into this relationship and love bomb with their charm and charisma, and talking about twin flames and God brought us together and soulmate and all of that and this and this and that and that. You're going to be so far in with this person because remember, they start off strong with the love bombing. This is a karmic, but whenever they get with somebody, the love bombing is meant to blind you to the fact that they are a karmic. It's meant to make you feel like this is the love of your life. It's meant to distract you from this person lying in the beginning. They're lying. Because obviously, if it says they have limited success or work without results, that means they're lying. They have no intention of doing what they say. But they say what and do all this grand stuff in the beginning to distract you. It's a distraction. Okay? Spirit, why do we have twin flame on the table? Twin flame is on the table, clarified by the Chariot in the reverse. In the upright, the Chariot is movement, progress, action. And what did I just say? The Chariot in reverse. What did I just say? That there is no movement. I said there is no reward. There is nothing to show. There's all this work. There's all this talk. There's no success with this person. And then you get the Chariot in reverse, which is no movement. Clarifying, backing up what I just said, confirming that. There's no movement with this person. They're going to promise you things that they make promises that they cannot keep. This is why the Chariot in reverse is out. This person is going to appear after a while like aimless, like they really don't know what they're doing. They're talking, but they're not doing anything. So that's just what you're going to get. You're going to get a lot of talking, but you're not gonna see anything happening. There's not gonna be any progress. As a matter of fact, you're gonna start noticing things going backwards with this person. And there's a reason for that as well. There's not gonna be any movement with this person. They're gonna talk a good game, but they're not gonna do what they say. And they're gonna get a little aggressive with you when you start questioning why there's no movement, because you said this, you said that, you said it was gonna be this, you said it was gonna be that, you said it was gonna be, we're gonna be good, we're gonna eat good, this, and this. You said a lot. But that's not what's happening. Okay? Spirit, why do we have twin flame on the table in the upright? Can I get one card for twin flame in the upright? Hold on, y'all. Why do we have twin flame in the upright? Let's see. Let us see. Y'all, I'm sweating. I turned the AC off so it wouldn't affect this, because it seemed like last time I had it on, whenever it would kick on, it seemed like it would be staticky. I see you. Hey, mommy. So I turned it off, and then I have the fan on, but I didn't want it to blow this way either. I just was trying to make sure that y'all could hear me. Spirit, why do we have twin flame? Hold on, hit the floor. Twin flame in the upright is clarified by the Ace of Cups. Another promise, okay? An empty one, okay? So don't get fooled by this card was showing you that, you know, riches and different things is overflowing. This is the Ace of Cups, the mother of all cups, okay? Hold on. This is my cat. So it's the twin flame is in the upright, okay? This is this person promising that they're your, you know, they were sent by God, or you were sent to them by God, by the Most High, or whatever, to try to appeal to you once they figure out, you know, what you believe or what you're into. So the twin flame, they're going to throw that in your face, and then they're going to promise this as well. This is the Ace of Cups in the upright. You see it? Okay. So they are promising, making more empty promises. That's what they're doing. They're promising love, fulfillment, compassion, creativity, new feelings, spirituality. Oh, they're trying to get on your level. So somebody will figure out, and this is crazy when I think about this, how people are, people can be so devious. This is that energy I'm talking about. They will figure out, more than likely been watching you, and they will figure out what it is that you like, what you into, what you practice. Are you religious? Are you spiritual? Are you Buddhist? What are you? Whatever you are. And they will come in that form to you as though that's what they believe in as well. And they will promise you the Ace of Cups, which is love, compassion, creativity, you know, the house on the hill, white picket fence, 3 kids, a dog and a cat, 2-car garage and 2 cars in it, a white picket fence. That's what they're promising. That's what that Ace of Cups is. They're promising the world to you. They lying again. This is just a reason or a way to get you hooked. This is what they do. Do you have anything else on this twin flame upright, Spirit? Let's see. Do you want to say anything else about that? It's not. This is crazy. So it's to that point to where these karmics now are pretending so well to hook divine energy. They want I don't understand. If you're a karmic, why you don't want to get with other karmics? Y'all like the same things. Y'all are interested in the same things. Y'all do the same things. Y'all in the same energy. Y'all are familiar spirits. Why don't y'all get together and then enjoy each other's company and do what y'all do together? Why y'all always want to get with divine beings? This is so crazy to me. I don't understand that. Like, you can't play with your friends. You just gotta mess with somebody else's friend. At the King of Pentacles, another promise. So big talking, big talking. This is big talking, big promises, big. I got it going on. I got it popping. This is another empty promise. This is the King of Pentacles. That person ain't no King of Pentacles. This is them empty promises. They promised the Ace of Cups. They promised the King of Pentacles. But you already saw with the Chariot in reverse, they ain't got nothing popping. They ain't got nothing going on. The Seven of Pentacles is in reverse. The Wheel of Fortune, they promised that. They promised the Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. This person ain't got nothing going. Look at the Chariot. What is in the reverse? They lying. They lying again. Spirit, why? I need to know, because I said in the beginning I wanted to find out what this person is after. I see the technique. We see that. Okay. So we see how they're hooking people. We see that. Okay. We see that. But why is what I want to know. What is the point? What do they want? And this is before we get to the other two cards that's left. What do they want? I want to know. Can you tell me? Can you give me one card that can let me know what these people want? What is it? What does this person want? Let's see. What is this? It's the Ten of Pentacles upright. This person hooks up with people thinking that they're going to get the Ten of Pentacles. That's the motive behind their technique. You know anybody like that? They literally go around and hopping in and out of relationships looking for the Ten of Pentacles. So they don't get into these relationships for the right reason. They're getting into these relationships for pentacles, possibly financial reasons. I ask Spirit, why are they doing this to people? Why are they love bombing and skipping the first stages of the relationship, lying, saying they twin flames and soulmates and, and all of that? And the Ten of Pentacles came out. I got doggone earth sign. This is earth sign energy. The Ten of Pentacles came out. This person hooks up with people to try to get into these relationships for a financial reason. There it is. This is the Ten of Pentacles. That's the reason. I asked, and that's what fell out. So this person is up to no good. Okay. That's what's happening. Spirit, can we move to the green flags now? Why do we have green flags in the reverse, please? Why do we have that? Hold on 1 second. Get out of there. Get out. Get out. Go. Don't you start that. Get on in there. Go. Y'all excuse me, I have to get my cat. She doing some strange stuff. So, to get her together. She messing with stuff that she ain't got no business messing with. Alright, so we're getting ready to clarify green flags. But that's the reason why this person does this. I just needed to know. I was suspecting that, but I needed confirmation for spirit that this is what this person is doing. So they're hopping in and out of these relationships and been doing this all their lives. This is possibly how they make a living. They get with people that may have something going on, and these people need to learn karmic lessons and see this energy for what it is and stop ignoring the red flags. You know, that little twinge that tells you that if something is not right, you need to pay attention to that because something is not right. Just like you felt it. Do you understand what I'm saying? So we're going to clarify green flags because that's why they're doing that. In and out of relationships. Looking for that 10 of Pentacles. Okay. I knew they wanted something when we first started, but I needed to know what it was. I'm glad Spirit clarified it. It's just, all right. So we got 2 cards for green flags. That's in the reverse. Because remember, this person was ignoring all the red flags. Okay? They were ignoring all the red flags. I felt like they knew there was something wrong. They saw some things. And then the karmic wasn't showing any green flags either, which is they weren't showing any green flags. They were showing all red flags, which is why green flags is in reverse, because they didn't have no green flags. There was nothing. You know what a green flag is? Let me read it for you. A green flag is healthy effort, clear communication, actions match words, safe to lean in, to trust this person. This person that had no green flags, they had all red flags. That's why it's in the reverse. So the first card, I got 3 cards for green flags. Okay, let's see. So green flags, the first one is the 8 of Cups in the upright. And in the upright, it is disappointment, abandonment, withdrawal, escapism, walking away, leaving behind. Exactly. So there were no green flags. There were no green flags, which is why it's in the reverse. And the 8 of Cups is in the upright is saying that you're going to be disappointed with this person because what they're going to show you is not any green flags. They're going to show you red flags. That's why I keep saying that over and over again until you understand. Green flags is in the reverse because they didn't exhibit any green flags. It was false flags. If you thought it was a green flag, if this person thought it was a green flag, it was nothing but red flags that this person refused to see. Refused to have this karmic understanding and learn that lesson. So 8 of Cups in the upright, nothing but disappointments with this person. Nothing but lies with this person. They're not going to follow through with nothing. Second card is the Queen of Swords in the upright. Now, that's interesting. It says unbiased judgment, independent, clear boundaries, direct communication, clear-minded, perceptive. Now, the person that needed to learn a lesson was none of these. The karmic is none of these. Okay? So this is a mirage. This is the karmic trying to be this. King of Swords. Trying to come off that way. Or Queen of Swords, my bad. Trying to come off that way. So King or Queen, male or female, masculine, feminine. They were trying to be this person, the Queen of Swords. to this person that needed to learn this lesson. So another mirage, another lie. So this person is just a liar. That's just basically what it is. They lie every time they open their mouth. Because that's all over this table is lies. The reason for the connection is a lie. Because the reason for the connection is the 10 of Pentacles. This is what they want. You're going to help me get that 10 of Pentacles. This ain't about no love. This ain't about no twin flame. This ain't about no soulmate. It ain't about none of that. So the 8 of Cups is going to be disappointment. For the green flags, this is clarifying the green flags. 8 of Cups is disappointment. Queen of Swords is the way they want to present themselves, but this is not who they is. So that's a disappointment as well, because eventually the mask is going to fall off and you're going to see who you're with. You're going to be disappointed because you hoped and you wished and you prayed that it was what they said, that they were who they said they were, and things were going to be the way they said they were. But you're going to be disappointed because they're not the Queen of Swords. Okay? And then you got the 2 of Swords in the reverse. That is also clarifying green flags in reverse. And that represents confusion, because if you're going along with this and you've gotten this far into the relationship, you're confused because, again, you were ignoring the red flags. You was refusing to see who this person was, whoever you are, that needs to learn this karmic lesson. Because you keep hoping and praying and thinking that this is somebody that was sent to you, or they are making you feel like you were made for them, making you feel like y'all belong together, and you was hoping that this is what it was, and it's not. This is a doggone karmic, okay? This is a liar. It lies all over this table. So you got the 2 of Swords in the reverse. The 2 of Swords in reverse, which is confusion. Because in this card, on this card, this person is in the reverse, but that person got on a blindfold. That means you refuse to see the red flags, like I said earlier. Moving on. So this person can get you into a predicament you get with this person. The hook, line, and sinker basically is all the love bombing and all the stuff that's moving real fast, and it's in the beginning and saying all the right things and making you feel like everything's going to be, at first looking like they're doing the right things and starting things, and then you're going to see they're not finishing. That nothing is getting done. Matter of fact, you're going to feel like you moonwalking backwards with this person, and you're not even trying to, do the Michael Jackson. And you got the Knight of Pentacles. In the reverse, it says self-discipline, boredom, feeling stuck, perfectionism, work without reward again. Work without reward again. Where did I see that? Oh. This is going to be on the 7 of Pentacles. Limited success or rewards. Work without results on the 7 of Pentacles. And here it is again on the 9 of Pentacles, saying work without rewards. So this person is going to appear to be doing something and busy, looking like they're busy, but nothing is going to get done. There will be no advancement. There will be no success. There will be no financial success. The relationship is not going to be a success. There's going to be a lot of nothing, a whole lot of talking, a lot of nothing, okay, with this person. Can we get one card for soulmate, please? Or however many cards you want for soulmate. for soulmate. It's not. There it goes on the floor again. Hold on. And it's in the upright. Okay. It's the Eight of Pentacles in the upright. Okay. And this is clarifying the soulmate card in reverse. And it says in the upright, diligence, passion, high standards, apprenticeship, mastery, skill development, repetitive tasks. Okay. Take a good look at this card and look at what this person is doing. I just said they're going to look busy. Don't he look busy? It could be she or he. It don't matter. It's just a he in this picture, so I'm saying he. But don't he look busy, like he working on several projects? You remember when I said they're starting a whole bunch of, little projects and different things that they're doing, the promises that they make. You see all them promises and all those stuff that they supposedly be working on. They look busy, don't they? But remember, these cards down here said that there's not going to be any reward. There's not going to be any success. So this person is going to look the part. They're going to make you all those promises, all 8 of them or more. And they're going to tell you it's going to be this, it's going to be that. And they're going to continue to tell you and sell you a dream and make it look like they're getting things done. These are all those projects. You see one is on the floor. And the reason that one is on the floor is because that's the project they abandoned and they starting on another one. Then you got 6 more lined up. So they are starting things and not finishing them. It's a lot of hoopla. This person is not going to bring any type of success. They're not with people. They don't get with people for success. They get with people. If it's going to be any success, they're going to have success, not the two of you. You understand what I'm saying? So if anything works out, you're not going to see it working out for y'all. They're going to see some success somewhere because they came into the connection for the 10 of Pentacles. They're looking for a come up. Okay? That's what they're looking for. And they are using the twin flame and soulmate journeys as a reason to connect with you so they can get this 10 of Pentacles. Okay? This is what they're doing. So they're meeting people, love bombing them, skipping the friendship portion, the beginning of the relationship, and jumping to you're my soulmate, you're my twin flame, you was made for me. We was meant to meet each other. We was meant to be together, whatever your religious preference is or spiritual preference or whatever it is, they already done studied that. This is a predator, a toxic predator. This is somebody that seeks out divine beings, okay, and uses this tactic on them so they can get their 10 of Pentacles. So they are not for the right thing, as I said. They are not in the right energy. This is a toxic energy, and somebody needs to learn the karmic lesson because they keep falling for this. It's a karmic lesson no matter who they get with, okay? So they are looking for divine beings to do this to. They're not looking for other karmics to do this to. They're not looking for their own friends to go out and play with at the playground. They looking to find them somebody else that's divine, that don't share the same qualities or beliefs or whatever it is. They're not into the same thing. They're looking for somebody that's divine, that's on the right track, that's on the right path, that's doing the right thing, that's exhibiting divine essence. Everywhere they go, they're divine. That's not doing low vibrational things. That the Bible says, seek ye things from that are up from, might not say it right, but that's from above. These are high-minded people, not high and haughty and prideful like they are, and arrogant like they are. They're looking for somebody that is the opposite of them, that's divine. So if they're looking for divine being, then what are they? Okay. And they are using spiritual things or divine themes to connect with divine beings. The twin flame journey, the soulmate journey. And remember, the first deck I used, my oracle deck, at the bottom of the deck, it's the past life, and it was in the reverse. Here's the past life card. They're using all these things to try to connect with divine beings, and they're like a chameleon. Whatever you're into, they can change into that and be that. They learn it and then come to you because they think they're ready to do their thing and hook you. So if you were Buddhist, they'll learn Buddhism, some of it. Not to become Buddhist. For real. Just to appear like they are. So y'all can connect. So you can feel some type of connection with this person. This is diabolical in every way. To pretend to be just like you. To get that 10 of Pentacles with you. It's very diabolical. And divine beings are being targeted. You have anything else for us? Because I'm about to end this. Do you have anything else for us? Do you have one more card? I think we may be done, y'all. Oh, spoke too soon. Got one card. Spirit is funny. Y'all listen. This person is very skilled at what they do. This is something they have perfected, so to speak. We know ain't nothing perfect, but they're really good at doing this. The card that came out to reiterate what I was saying about this person and their skills and how they come off when they meet you and what they do during the relationship and all that, blah, blah, blah. And I said, by the time you really figure things out, it's so much that will have happened. You're so deep into the relationship that when that mask finally falls off or they take it off after so much time has gone by, you're going to be sitting back going, what happened? Because you was dealing with a magician in the upright. That's what you was dealing with. Maybe this person know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. They're very skilled. And they develop different ways to adapt to if you're in a relationship and they feel like there's a little friction between y'all. They know how to smooth it over so quick that you don't realize what's happening. Confirmation. They know how to do it. When I say they know how, it's like sleight of hand. You ever see a musician? I'm a musician. That might be something they use. Maybe they are a musician, whoever this person is. Maybe they love music. They use music. But have you ever seen a magician? With a magician, and they do the card trick with the cards on the table, and they want you to pick the card, or they do the trick with the ball under the cup. It's 3 cups and 1 ball or whatever, and you're supposed to figure out what cup is under after they even mix the cups up. This is a person that does that keeps you guessing, because they keep changing things. They keep adapting in the relationship. They keep morphing into whatever they need to be to keep this going, to keep the balls in the air, or to keep the magic trick going when you're trying to figure out what's going on. You know, what cup is the ball under? You know, where am I? What am I doing? Oh, and make you feel like you feel like you're unbalanced when you're dealing with this person. They make you second guess yourself. You start second guessing yourself. You do. You start second guessing yourself because you're dealing with a magician. This is a toxic, karmic person that is very skilled at what they do. And I heard lifetimes, not just life cycles. They've been doing it all their life. Yes, lifetimes, meaning this is something they did in a previous life, and maybe one before that, and one they every time they come back, they've been the same. So they're not learning their karmic lesson because they keep coming back doing the same thing, and whoever deal with them is not learning the lesson to recognize this energy. They need to learn to recognize it in order to overcome it, because we attract what we send out, whether we're trying to or not. And sometimes lessons like this come, you need this lesson, you need to learn something you need to learn about yourself and why you accept something like that type of behavior. And once you learn it, though, once you learn it, once you get over this lesson and you learn it, you learn to recognize it a lot faster when it comes again. That way you can sidestep it, so to speak. You don't have to deal with it because you've seen this before. You got to learn to recognize it. You don't have to deal with it. Once you learn your lesson, you will have the ability to see it coming a mile away and sidestep it. Okay. And this is what this type of energy doesn't want to happen. They don't want divine beings recognizing them when they approach them, because they always come cloaked. Okay. And they come cloaked as to whatever you are. And they're skilled at doing this. This is not a weak energy. This is an energy that can overpower you and fool you. This is a chameleon that changes depending on the circumstances. They're one way with certain people. They're another with their friends. They're another with their family. They're another with other people that they hang with in different settings or whatever. They're whatever they feel like they need to be, but on the dark side. And this is something that somebody needs to learn so that they can recognize it and not get trapped again. Okay. This has been your reading tonight. I really hope that it recorded well. I'm going to look at it once it uploads and see. And if this is going to keep happening, then I picked a good spot this time. I guess maybe tonight just the signal was good. I don't know. But this has been your reading. Take whatever resonated with you. Leave the rest. Don't try to make it fit. And we'll see you next time. Okay? Have a good night. Gotta get to work. Have a good night. Bye.